Yo, what's good, chat? Today we have an incredibly organized video talking about 5 tips to transform your alternate picking on the guitar. So if you've been struggling with that, suck it. Won't be the case after this video. Now I should mention that I have a free course on the matter. Link in the description below. It's called Alternate Picking Mastery. It's an hour long and it's free. Huh. Alright, so it's on to the first tip. We're going to use a metronome. So the point being that any of those licks just there, you would have a hard time playing in time if you hadn't already played them to a metronome. Okay, so what's a metronome? Google it. As a matter of fact, when you Google the word metronome, there's a great metronome, there's a tremendous metronome that comes up. It's a great metronome. It goes click, and it clicks again after that too. And no, literally built into the browser, at least on Chrome or Safari too. Yeah, if you're using your phone, it's in your hand right now. You can open up a new window and go to metronome, and it's going to be default at 100 beats per minute, and it's going to go click, 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 click. That might be closer to 120, so maybe it's like, I think that's around 100 beats per minute. Yeah, so from there, that brings me to tip number 2, understand subdivisions. So, what is a subdivision? Basically, it's the amount of notes you have in your group times 4. So a quarter note is when you're playing one note for each click. So yeah, 1 times 4, that's your quarter note. And then an eighth note, you have 2 notes in each group. 2 times 4, that's your eighth note, okay? So if we're going like click, 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 quarters, 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 eighths, 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 eighths. Right? Next one is 3 notes. 3 times 4 is 12. 12th notes. Nobody says that. They say triplets. So that's going to sound like this. Click, 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 click. Okay, so that's going to be triplets. And the last one is 16ths. You have to know how to play 16th notes. So all your cool riffs that are like... Oh, that would have been sick if I didn't misplace my middle finger. YouTube monetization on the way. Can't blow it now, okay? You can blow it later. That song, by the way, off Dr. Mastermind's album. It's called The Villa. Kurt James shredding his buttocks off on some lead guitar. If you don't know, he's a drunk, but he did take over guitar in Steeler after Yngwie left. Not that Steeler was anything without Yngwie. But Kurt James, very awesome guitar player, very handsome dude. Yeah, here's your problem. Let me tell it to you right now. You gotta develop your left hand. Too many sad guitar players spending time thinking that their right hand has a problem to solve. It doesn't. It's actually the left. So if you're going to play some 3-note per string exercises, like you'll find in the alternate picking mastery course. Link in the description. I would make sure that you can do them with just your left hand. So if you want to play, for instance, crawling 16th notes to reference the second tip, you know, across the fretboard like this. Make sure that you can play anything that you plan to play with the pick with just your left hand. That's big and important. Okay, so if you don't have the hand, if your hand sounds like this, then you're actually in pretty good shape. That was supposed to be my bad example. Here, I try again with 1, 3, 4. Those are the fingers people have a hard time with. It's too bad that I set the world on fire, because that hand sounds pretty good too. Not at this tempo though. Or if I were to pick a tempo, I'd probably have a hard time with it. You know, the truth is I've been working on this. Yeah, the actual recording is much faster than that. But that's what I'm saying. Yeah, so you see the mistakes I'm making with this hand? If your left hand is like that, you gotta fix that. How do you do it? You do what I'm doing here. And then you put on like a show like, I don't know, Gordon Ramsay's Hell's Kitchen. I'll be honest, to quickly review the first season, the guy that won it was pretty smart, I'll say that. I didn't learn tons about cooking, you know, which, like, personally, I really think it's cool. Throw a little oil in the pan, get the heat in the pan. Start with onions. Let's start with the seasoning. Beautifully done. Now, you're gonna sear that steak. I think it's cool to like learn some stuff, you know, about aromatics and what have you, and about making good food come out of your own kitchen. Didn't really so much cover that, but didn't stop me from binge watching the whole thing this Sunday. Whole season, you know. So now we're gonna start with the alternate picking. Very basic, beautiful alternate picking. Get a nice pick attack on that string. Beautifully done. That beautiful string attack. Oh yeah, the point was like develop this hand, right? Okay, so from there, when you are picking, sometimes, okay, I'm gonna say something different than what I have written down. Develop your right hand. It's not enough to have your left hand all saucy. You gotta also, so look, here's something you've never done before in your life, is look at what your pick would do if you were actually to alternate pick a phrase. So if you were going, what are the pick strokes for that to keep it consecutively alternate picking? Okay, so like that last time, I did it right, you know. And what I found is that it's 3 on this string, on the high E, 1 on the B string, 2 on the E, 2 on the B, and then 1 on the high E string, 3 on the B string. And I didn't turn my guitar up once because I have too much experience editing. Me saying little things like that, it's a pain in the buttocks. Trying to keep the buttocks nice and massaged and free-flowing in this video. All right. So think about, okay, so once you have that, then you have to actually think about your left hand while you're using the right hand. So what I usually have my clients do is a little something I like to call the 3-headed dragon, like freaking Yngwie Malmsteen, but different. I'll have them play a phrase, maybe it's this, and they'll play it once, just the left hand, once, just the right hand, and then once, both together. And if you do that to a click, as I've explained earlier, that will be helpful. And the last thing is do this every single day. Do it every single day for an hour every single day, and your results will be insane. And if you're looking for something that you can do that with, I'm gonna link a video so you can just watch. Maybe it'll be around here, you can give it a click. And of course, you're gonna find more helpful stuff in the alternate picking mastery course, link in the description. If you wanna jump right into the hand synchronization station, if you wanna buy the paid course, then yeah, you can hop right into that as well. Okay? Thank you slightly for watching this video. If you stayed till the end, it'd be cool to get a like and or comment and or subscribe. See you in the next video.